International Crafters, and this is the hashtag Love to Love. And I am a little piece of sketch paper, or like from drawing book, and I saved it from another piece that was drawn and I cut out for another project. So it's a scrap piece. But what I'm working on today is a small canvas, and it is 3 inches by 9 inches. So I am working on this today, so I want to make a little something for this canvas to go onto this canvas. So, being that it is a Valentine theme, kind of a theme, I am just going to try to get it right here. I'm going to try to make a little character here, and I think I'm going to start with the nose. And you guys, I'm going to let you guys kind of figure it out as it goes. So, I thought, well, I'm going to make a little nameplate type of thing. And this is a nickname that I use for my husband, and other people actually use for my husband. So, I thought it would be perfect character to, excuse me, I'm turning him away. I'm kind of looking at a Pinterest picture of this character. So it's looking rough. It's looking rough, but it'll come together. Let's hope here. So I am going to use my pencil eraser right here. I do have a really nice gum eraser. I really love the ones that kind of, they're like literally like gum. They're so nice. You knead them and then they're clean. They don't leave marks. I love those erasers. Anyways, so this is the character, and I think it's coming together. Hopefully you guys can see him. I might just come in a little closer. So it's gonna move. But I'm hoping that I won't move too much here. How's that? Is that too close? Sorry, friends. There we go. I just kind of move the legs. Don't have the electric moving thing there, you know, like go up and down and that kind of thing. So this thing is quite like, my tripod's way to the side. I'd have to move my whole table to get it right on top. But I like moving at different angles. So, how's it coming along? Do you think you can guess the character? Anyone who knows me, any of my crafting peeps would know, probably see any funny messages we send each other every once in a while. So, it's pretty obvious now, I think. Let's see here, I'm gonna shorten his face up here a bit, because I probably made him too big. Probably. But I did buy this cute little canvas. I keep making him things, and I'm like, well, he's gonna run out of room. So I thought, oh, this is a cute one. Little name type of plate kind of a thing, so he's gonna love it. There we go. It's gonna take a few minutes for this drawing, so patience. I love it. You guys have great patience for me. But that's about that. We're gonna work on his eyes. So I'm just kind of looking. When I was a kid, I used to love drawing cartoons. And that's where I first started really drawing, was cartoons. And I actually, like I think I said this before in another video, I actually used to get accused of tracing because people thought it was too good, because I was young. I was really young when I started. I was kind of offended too, because it was adults who were like, "You traced that." And I'm like, no. Ugh. So there goes that funny looking eye there. I make sure that with my girls, I don't do that. But even if someone traced a little bit of something, to be honest, it's good practice. I don't know what the big deal was about tracing, but it sure made me self-conscious of my art. Here he's coming, this little, yes, Tasmanian devil. So cute. He looks a little scary, maybe scarier than he should be. So my husband's nickname has been Taz for even before I met him. And yeah, so it was Taz Daddy for the kids. And yeah, it's been that way. Oh, I think I gotta fix his face a little bit. See, I can see the flaws here. I was trying to make it a little bit on the smaller side, but that's okay. So yeah, it's just kind of playing with it, going a little small, squishing him in here. But now I'm just kind of playing with his hair. And I've got another ear over here. So you just kind of play with it. Go for it. You can't even go wrong with this. Just playing. It's just shapes. If you don't think about it as who it is and what it is and you're just following shapes, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So what I have now is this piece of scrapbooking paper. I cut it to the size of the canvas. I'm kind of just going along with it. I could do more painting. I'm thinking the Taz is going to go right here like this, but I'm going to first flip this over. I really want to work on this. I'm going to paint this. I got some hot glue down here. Paint this. I'm going to use my lusters because it's got the sheen, and I'm really going to paint it and get the background of this. I really didn't realize I had a big chunk of hot glue in here. I'm going to move this off. But I'm going to paint that, and there we go. Have Taz ripping through this background. And that's my goal here, is to kind of just play with the canvas. A little different than just painting. I'm going to paint him as well and all that kind of stuff, but I wanted to do something a little different. So, let's see how that works. Make it nice, radiant red. This is from DecoArts, this color here. It's metallic lusters, and I love using it as like a watercolor. And it's a really pretty bright color too. So there's that. I'm going to dry that out. The brown iced espresso with the metallic lusters. So that's what I'm going to do. Grabbing some water, wetting my brush in there, and I got a little bit of the red in there. And I'm going to do, I'm going to do the background of this. And I don't have anything other on here that's added, like I didn't add any gesso or anything like that. But it's got a tinge of red in it because I didn't quite rinse my brush well, but there's the natural color right there on that side. And I'm going to make sure I get the edge because I don't have the paper going down on the edge. So this is like a nameplate or a door name thing, plate kind of a thing. This is what I'm kind of doing. So it's just a nameplate basically, and that's what I'm working on. Okay, make sure I got the edge, and I'm going to dry that up. This is the espresso, iced espresso. Show through on this, guys, so I like to add little extra colors here and there. This is the brilliant turquoise in the metallic luster. So I love layers, and who knows what's going to show. And I'm also going to do a little bit of the black shimmer on there because I have, like I said, don't know what's going to show. I'm going to rough up the edges so some edges might show through. I want it to look really nice and not just a peak of white coming through. I want to have something coming through other than that. As well, I'm just going to quickly go with the metallic lusters a little bit on the edge here. I could ink it as well, but I'm just going to go with the black shimmer and pull my brush back and get some of that nice color on there. See how I got some red? Now I'm just kind of going over it. Red just because I did the back. And some of it's going to be showing, some of it won't be because I'm going to be kind of roughing up my edges. I don't want it perfect. I want it to be kind of rough edged like Taz. There we go. I'm going to go higher up so you guys can see maybe a little more work. I'm going to dry these up and then I am going to put my Taz on there. So I'm grabbing my matte gel and going on the back of Taz. And I'm going to color him afterwards here, after I get him on here. This side, I'm going to put him right here. Well, I'll move him over a bit, but not too much. There we go. I kind of don't know if I want to get any color or, oops, any of this on there yet until I get him colored. And push him on there, get him stuck on there really good, and then I'm going to color him up. The ice espresso on the top of his head up here. And he's sparkly, yes, because I'm using the sparkly one. And I'm going to do around his ears. Play with that for a little bit. And then I have to check. I think this was supposed to be a creamy yellow color. So that is supposed to be a creamy, actually a tan color. So I'll just use probably, what did I use last time for? I'm going to probably use my rose gold or my champagne ice. I think I'll use champagne ice actually. And I'm just trying to get his coloring right. Then I'm going to go over with my Posca pen to get him the right color on the rest of him. So I'm just going to put like a tad of brown here. Just a little wing it, just change it up a little bit here than what the picture is, but pretty close to the same. And yeah, spreading this around. So that's what I'm doing, is just trying to get a nice cute little sparkly Taz happening here. And the more I kind of play with the, wiping away maybe some of the water, I get some of it coming through, just the right brown that I want. Don't want too dark. It works really well, these as watercolor, and they move like a metallic watercolor. I know they have metallic paints up there that are watercolor. Maybe one day I'll get them, but I'm really enjoying the metallic lusters in this way, so I can use them for other things and for this as well, so it's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to go with the champagne ice. And I'm going to do something, probably the rose gold, here's the champagne ice, on his little ears. I did spray a little bit of the fixative after I just before I actually cut him totally out. And because I was touching him too much, smearing him up, not good. And then this stuff, when I do the watercolor type of thing here, it will move the pencil. So, and I was just using a regular mechanical pencil. to draw him, as you probably noticed. I didn't say it, but yeah, that's what it was. A mechanical pencil. Just to do the quick sketch of Taz. Then I want to do a little pink in his ears, on his tongue. I might add some acrylic to him, of course, to highlight it, or my Posca pen, because it's such a small project, instead of opening up the paint. We'll see. So I just want to get his little snout here. I also got to get the inside of his mouth. And I like to use the kind of purpley color. I'll show you in a second. It is. I've got to look at the colors to see what it is I use for the colors. I'm going to use the Radiant Red, just a very slight, for his ears. And then I might go over them a little bit. But I'll try to lighten it up to almost a pink. And for his tongue. But I don't have pink in this. Don't know if they have pink. They might. Not a color I have yet. And I got lots of actually red on there. I didn't realize I had that much. Squeeze that color out. I must have had a little flake of red. Squeeze the water out to get some of that color to go back off. It's just like watercolor. You could pick it up with the, well, as I'm pushing water out, it's not as easy to pick up with the brush, but if I were to just add water and dab it a bit, it lightens him up. He looks pretty red on the video. It's done. But I can add a little white to it. There we go. This is the color I was thinking for the Fabulous Fuchsia for inside his mouth. Now, I'm going to go with this at first, and that's actually probably would have been the better color for his tongue and ears, but I could add some, lighten up that red maybe. It's an experiment. And then I'm going to do some of the black shimmer for deeper in his mouth. And that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll probably use some of this on his ears and tongue to lighten up that red. And with the black shimmer, I noticed I have a bit of a gap there, so I'm going to, where I'm drawing his little snout, so I got to make it a little bit bigger. Now I drew his snout, and sometimes you get that where you're like, just didn't match the lines up or whatever. And there is my little tail. Gonna go in his nose. So I'm gonna kind of go around some of the stuff here. See if I can darken it up and see even if I have to add the Posca pen. I'm using a number 1 Durant water brush, and so it's very small. It works really well with small areas, so it's I like it. I'll, of course, probably should go over his eyes with black. I think I'm going to leave his eyebrows and eyes. Just do a little on the side, just because it did the other side. Match it up. I've got a little too much water in there, but I'm just going to go in and kind of shade up his edges with this wonderful black shimmer. Looking cute. And there we go. Then I want to put the other paper over top and do like he's tearing out of the paper. So that's the whole idea. You know, Taz can be just crazy tearing through things. If I have room to use my Posca pen here, because my camera's right down. Here's my Taz eye. A little wonky. And so what I'm doing now is just doing a little Posca over it. Posca pen. And outline some of it. Give them more details, make them pop. And I got lots of the shading from the black mist lusters, from the shimmer, black shimmer, that's what it's called. And I'm going to turn it a little bit. And I also have the messiness of my Posca pen kind of scraping in there too, which is really nice. Then we're going to make him break out. Gonna have the Taz tag as well, the name tag, and that'll be it. I'd also like to add a heart because it is the love to love hashtag event. And this is my husband's little Valentine. Instead of a card, something different. And I'm just kind of going really scribbly, but don't want thick lines. I have nice thickness from the shimmers in there already, so don't need to make it too black in any spot here. I can hear Cora running around or somebody walking around there. And that is that, my friends, for Mr. Taz. Thanks. I'm going to make him a couple of little whiskers this way. And there we go. He's looking good. Worn it up a bit, so I'm going to make a hole right where Taz would punch through. And then also want to wear out my edges. I'm really being rough. So I can have some of this stuff curled back or whatever. So I'm just being really rough. Now, for this part, we're going to break through pull some stuff through here. We don't want to rip like this though. So I'm gonna try to rip it. I should have wet it maybe and tore it, but I'm just trying to make it a real roughness of it. And I'll have to go over maybe some of it with shimmering, the shimmer, black shimmer. Really want to get this piece is going to get added on after. Here we go. Really rough. And this piece is going to see that it's not all going to be on there. We will tear some of this kind of off. Okay, grabbing my matte gel, I'm going to once again glue this on there. And we're going to really try to figure out how we're going to have, we're just really going to be patient with what's sticking up and what's not. Get that on there. Rough, rough, rough. I could have crumpled up the paper more and that kind of thing, but I'm going to try it this way this time. Where I wet it with the, I like to use also like, I can't think of what it is. Wet it and crumple it. The glycerin, that's what I'm thinking of. Glycerin. So I'm just putting this on. It's going to be fine. I'm going to curl it with a brush after too. Just like that. Pull it. And it's going to get hard, like dry hard. This piece is going to come off. There we go. I'm really loving it. If I were to make another one, I'd definitely have his tongue sticking out of the a T. I think I'll make it more like that. T. A. I would like to have it probably touching, make it easier for myself. And you go right backwards if you're going on the back of the paper. I'm going to make a Z. And yeah, let's see if that's too big. It might be too big for my piece here. Complicating all these lines. Yeah. Cut it out, see what it looks like. So I'm just going to bend it right here and right here, just to give myself an indication of where the line goes. That's my fun thing here today. Sketching up his little name here on the edge before I glue it. Why not? I don't know. Just doing it. Well, I know where my lines are. Not Z anyway. There is my fun nameplate. I think it's good, cute. It can be so exciting and fun. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to grab my ink the edges, and putting this Taz reverse again, getting the matte gel on there, gluing that. on. I've really got the matte there, gel there. Okay. I might have put too much, but it's okay. I really want this guy to get on there and be stuck. And there we go. I've got some archival ink around him. On the edges, I inked it up. And there we go. Isn't he cute? I am now trying to ink. I think this pen has had the biscuit. I'm trying to ink up a little bit here. A little bit on the edges. But this pen might have seen its last day. Let's find my other black one. Sorry guys. This one's got a bit of a less sharp tip, so I gotta kind of not be too... I'm gonna order the ones with more of a tip, so these ones are really rounded. Didn't really know what was out there when I ordered, so this time I ordered something different. And there we go. I've got to add some hearts to this guy yet. So, I have a few hearts I want to add. This is pretty dark. I might have to add some white Posca pen. But, I have a few hearts I want to add. And I'm adding some edging to them in permanent ink, archival ink, black ink. And that will be my Valentine. That will be my love to love hashtag event for international crafters. So, now I'm just going to try to figure out where I want them. Then I'm going to add a little bit of lusters to them. Just kind of figure that out a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to add the matte gel again to the bags. I'm not being too careful. I'm just kind of just plopping it on. There's going to be some dimension, and that's good. Just like that. I got some matte medium on here, but I'm just going to kind of squish it out, spread it out. It's okay. I'm going to grab my lusters again, my #1 brush, and I'm just going to go a little bit onto my heart just to add a little bit of shimmer to kind of all of it to match. Now I'm playing around, doodling with some watercolor, dipping it in some water. Let's see here, and it works really well, especially if I just dip in some water, go straight onto the paper. I could wet it, my brush, and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to do that. I just want to kind of play with it like that. I like doing that way. Did it my way. So, just adding my little star pieces on here again. So, hopefully I think you guys think he's cute, and my husband thinks he's cute most of all. And yeah. I lost my star in this spot here somewhere. But there we go. Pretty much. Getting it back there. So that's what I do with the water pencil crayons here, and I just dip them a little bit. And I can use them like that. Just dip them in a little bit of water and add easy smearing of the crayon onto my surface, my paper. And that is my love to love Valentine to my Taz. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and this is what he's getting. And there we go. He's very cute. I might put a little bit of a sheen finish on him. So if I do, I'll come back to show you that. Okay, friends, this is the finished name tag or nameplate for my husband, and I hope you guys like that for the hashtag event and International Crafters Love to Love. Don't forget to craft like a duck. Talk to you guys later. Bye. There he is. And I put, just to let you know, from DecoArts, triple thick brilliant gloss glaze on him. It's going to be nice and hard, and these pieces of paper are going to be nice and stiff. So, looking good. Bye, guys.